He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Steelers and the Ravens on Monday Night Prime Time.
Welcome to Baltimore's Inner Harbor. 70,000 plus have filled M&T Bank Stadium since 1998, the home of the Ravens. The spirit of these fans not dampened by the weather. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, nice and dry up here in the booth. But Greg, rain throughout the day, going to rain on into the night. So this one is going to be a little bit of a challenge for these players.
Yeah, Mike, and even as you said it, you're exactly right. Down on the field before the game, the field looked in really good condition. But the #1 decision, you got to be in there as a player talking to
101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. Operating from the gun, here's May. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. May now from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Going play action, May. Chased out to his right. He's on the move.
Oh, man, those defensive players hate slippery quarterbacks. Near impossible to keep them hedged in or corralling behind the line there. You evade them long enough to turn a potential loss into positive yardage.
On the carry, this is Najee Harris. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. May now. He's on the move. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Steelers' first down.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
Finds the in route complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They have themselves another 1st and 10. May. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. Now an inside handoff to Harris. This is ahead for about 5. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's May. He has the first over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 16. That one gains 7. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. A handoff for Harris, running right. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding, offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Running it after the penalty. Has some space inside the 15. And he's finally brought down at the 9.
Usually that effort results in a first down. Well, that's a rare instance where you're backed up far enough that not even that type of run can get them a new set of downs.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh! He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
This play going under review by the officials.
The previous play is under review.
We're all watching that sideline here, seeing where those feet came down.
And no matter what they rule here, Kate, that was an outstanding effort just to make the catch.
Yeah.
Now we got to look and see, did he get both feet in with possession?
Oh, better safe than sorry, I guess. In the end, the review confirms the call on the field. Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. Hardy on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson are ready to go again on offense. And they've been willing to both call runs for him and let him ad-lib as he sees fit. He's top 5 for rushing yards by a quarterback this season. They kick the running back in motion. First snap, and Lamar's going to throw. Edwards got it. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
The good defenses in this league, every once in a while, they could bait a quarterback into a throw. And you do that by having eyes on the quarterback. Getting to a good drop, forcing that check down, and they'd only just bait him into a completion, but they knocked him backwards after the catch.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still second down.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. From the gun, Jackson finds his man. It's Rashad Bateman. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Markers reset, ball at the 37. First and 10. Here's Jackson. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Jackson yet again. Bateman hauls it in. He's got a gain of 6 there. Patrick Queen ranging in for the tackle. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Lamar throwing again. Caught by Flowers. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. 1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. They'll go from the gun with Edwards. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Brought to the ground by Dante Jackson. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. On the ground, it's Edwards again. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on 3rd down. They've got a man in motion. That one's out and caught on the right side. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Opening drive going according to plan. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. Jackson, quick pass wide. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Minkah Fitzpatrick in on the stop. So now here's 3rd and 5. Lamar now from the gun. Connects with Bateman. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Completed to Flowers. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. From the 17. Able to get it to Edwards. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll try and punch it in. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 7 on the play, and now they have 2nd and goal. Edwards. Can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too. That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Neither side separating much so far. Back to the bank in just a moment. Welcome back. 2nd quarter about to start. Ravens with a chance for at least 3, maybe 6. Here we go, right up the gut. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. Back-to-back stands from this front. No gain on the play brings up 4th and goal.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. One more push from the ground game. And he's in for the touchdown. The Ravens finish off their opening drive. Well, they took a gamble, and it paid off with a touchdown on 4th and goal.
And to do it on the ground at that's a confidence builder. Confidence builder for the big guys up front. Confidence builder for the running back to win at the line of scrimmage. And frankly, Kate, a confidence builder for this fan base that loves coaches being aggressive and going for it on 4th down.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Washington now to return. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The Steelers and George Pickens set for this next possession. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch a breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it'll be 2nd down. Back to the air. It's May. Snared by his running back. It's Najee Harris. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Ravens bring an extra DB out there. 3rd down coming up. Throwing is May. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll get it up to the 44. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Running behind center with Harris. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Justin Matabike making that stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Staying on the ground with Harris. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. New set of downs for him at the 38. Going to the ground again on 1st. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Here's May. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Passing struggles bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Operating from the gun, here's May. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that's a Steelers first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First and 10, give to Harris. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Harris once more. He'll cobble together a yard there. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a third and 10. May now from the gun. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? If we chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Dicker connects there. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage. Now Boswell on to send this away. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Ravens and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And he's been somebody who can get the scoring done with his legs just as much as his arm. You can see he's top 5 for touchdowns among NFL QBs. First down, here's Lamar. This is reeled in by Edwards.
That defense, it'll give up that completion every time. They don't just like it, they love it. Because it creates a fun little race between everybody coming downhill to go make that tackle, or in this case, run him right out of bounds.
Man in motion here. Here's second and 11. Gets this to Bateman. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Edwards on the shotgun handoff. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Deshaun Elliott with that tackle. Give him around 6. That's going to make it second and 4. They send a tight end in motion. Second and 4. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Short pass brought in. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. Motioning one of the tight ends. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 28. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there. That's going to be a penalty.
Encroachment, defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still first down.
Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5. Now Jackson off the play action. Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15. They'll come up 1st and 10. Running behind center with Edwards. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. They send a man in motion. Sticking with Edwards here. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try the right side with Edwards. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. He couldn't get anything there, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here's a give inside to Edwards. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
Jackson has it, 3rd and goal. Escapes the pocket. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Ravens get some late points and the lead. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young or Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens take a 4-point lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Washington now to return. This return makes it up to the 25. The Steelers and Najee Harris making their return to the field. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. To the air on 1st down, May. Taken in by Harris. And he's all the way to the edge and out of bounds along the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. From the gun, it's May. Completed here to Pickens. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Sanusi Kane able to make that stop. Makes the grab in bounds left side. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And he'll bring up a Pittsburg 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
New set of downs for him from the 46. May on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. The Steelers calling their 1st time out. 1st down throw for May. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. To the air yet again, May. Into the hands of Pat Freiermuth. And he's taken down at the 30. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Steelers first down. May now. It's Pickens on the slant. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense. They're second. 2nd and 3 now. From the 23. That finds Burks, complete. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Forced out to his right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And this one doesn't go far. The Steelers use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
From the 17. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Operating from the gun, here's May. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Dicker connects there. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you were looking for in the call sheet.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off.
Trust me, we really have no stake in the game up here in the booth. We don't root for anybody, but at times for great execution. And I'll speak for both of us here when I say this, Kate. You can't help but be amazed watching some of these runs. All the chaos on the field, all the massive humanity you've got to sort through.
Throwing across his body, and it backfires. Interception. And the Steelers are stopped on that return. So that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half. So we've reached halftime here in Baltimore. The Ravens flying into the break with a lead. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. As mentioned, this is the EA Sports Halftime Report. Time to take a look around the NFL and find out what's going on this fine Sunday. From there, let's get over to the Rockies to check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And it was the visiting San Francisco 49ers that come in and get the victory. Christian McCaffrey, a touchdown run in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Now Boswell on to send this away. His return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Here comes the Baltimore offense to begin quarter number 3. They're coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. On first down, Jackson. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. Lamar now from the gun. Completed to Flowers. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you could just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle. And the Steelers go in nickel, third down. Now here's Lamar. Setting up the running back screen. And he'll get it up to the 44.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this second half. On play action, here's May. That'll be complete to Burks. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And it'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he's brought down for a loss.
There is no thought needed from him. He has been doing this so long, dating back to college and high school. Those instincts, and they come at you with a capital I. Identify that run, fire downhill, and get home in the backfield before that play could get started.
They'll get that yard back, but no more. It's 3rd and 10. May now from the gun. Escapes out to the left. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through. And that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Well, I think they like to say in baseball, clear the mechanism. And that's what you got to do. You've got to let that play go and simply move on to the next. Hey, listen, rare is the game where pass protection ever is going to win 100% of the time. So move on to the next one.
The Steelers set to punt it. And we'll see what kind of first impression he makes tonight. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll spot it where a touchback would go at the 20-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Baltimore running its offense out now. Lamar out of the pistol. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 26. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Lamar off the play fake. Complete out to the right side. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. That stop made by T.J. Watt. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
It's a handoff here to Edwards. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Well, looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still first down.
So they'll only need 5 now after that neutral zone infraction penalty. They'll run here following the penalty. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Patrick Queen ranging in for the tackle. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd down at the Steelers' 31-yard line.
From the 31. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. First down, here's Lamar. Throw left side, complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Play action, here's Jackson. Bails out of the pocket quick. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. Extra man in the secondary for the Steelers. 3rd down coming up. Getting out to his left. He's running for it. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause. Driven backward to the 11 as they line up for 2nd and goal. They put a receiver in motion right. Now Jackson off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Mika Fitzpatrick has got it. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the 2nd half of a 1-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. To the air on 1st down, May finds him over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
From the gun, they go with Harris. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Now an inside handoff to Harris. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. And the Ravens go in nickel, 3rd down. From the gun, it's May. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10 from the 41. Only one quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the third. It's Steelers football. A nice help for them as they trail entering the quarter. First and 10 from the 41. They give to Harris from the gun. And he's brought down after a short gain. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. May looking to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the Ravens are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
The Ravens trotting out their offense. And we'll see if they go right back to the passing game here, coming off an interception they threw in enemy territory. Drive starts with an option, right side. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
And this one does not go far. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Oh, they're looking option, headed left side. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Play fake. Jackson. Finds him on the crossing route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Bateman hauls it in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
At the Steelers' 17-yard line.
They'll go from the gun with Edwards. Oh no, the ball is loose. Oh, and they pick it up. Time to push for that marker. It's a gain of 4. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. Option design here. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Into points. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. They broke out the design, run from there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, hey, QB, do your thing, get a 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Washington now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. They have a chance to tie this game back up, but they got to get this to the end zone first on a touchdown, and then again on a 2-point try. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Second down now, 7 to go. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag.
Ball start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. He completes it in traffic. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Tight end in motion left. May not have throw on 3rd. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Give him 32 on that play. And that's a Steelers first down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. May on 1st and 10. Flushed out of the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, we hear about it all the time. A short memory, right? We hear about it with quarterbacks a lot, Kate, when they make a mistake. But it works the same way for a defense, a whole position group. You have got to flush that big play, come back and play the next play, and boy, did the defense do it there. Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Completed over the middle. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding, offense.
So they'll let the play stand, decline the penalty, and that's going to bring up 4th down. A kick they needed, but it's no good as it sails too far right. And they continue to trail by 8.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. They'll run here on 1st down. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the 48. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
Jackson now on 3rd. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he sets them back to begin this drive. That kick goes out, and I call it about the 12-yard line. The Steelers send quarterback Drake May ready to go once more on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Running right with Mitchell. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Now after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Operating from the gun, here's May. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he's stopped. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Throwing is May. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And a sure-handed play there in the rain. He brings in the fair catch without a problem. No return on that punt. And the Ravens will go on offense. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They'll run it from the gun. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Blitz coming here. Jackson. This is reeled in by Edwards. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Pistol snap to Jackson. Caught by Flowers. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And he runs out after a very nice game. They're going to have to hang on to that momentum, though, as we have reached the 2-minute warning. All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Back-to-back carries here. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. They're running the option. Short side. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Going ground game again here. And that hit stops him in his tracks. The Steelers use their 3rd and final timeout. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Third time's the charm. He gets it again. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. It's only 1 yard on the run, partner, and that's going to leave him with a tough 4th and goal.
It's now
Well, the defense, they couldn't stop him for a loss, but they denied him the goal line at least. Now we get to see, right, decision time, one of these critical decisions of whether or not they're going to go for an all-or-nothing fourth down play.
Justin Tucker out for the field goal. A lot of pressure hovering over this kick. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Tucker's kick is up and good. And it's now a two-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
That kick right there, Kate, it was a crucial one that really just caused their odds of winning this game to jump substantially. Now we got a two-score game. It really leaves no room for error for this opposing offense as they prepare to take the field.
Washington now to return. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down throw for May. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Flush down now to his left. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something.
Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And they get back on top of it, but he's touched down, so no final heroics today. This one is over. So it ends as a win for the Ravens. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.